G'day, Tragic here, and welcome back to Anno. We're kind of right at the beginning. We're only level 6, but let's get into this. Now, I've got the clock running this time, so I won't go for like 50 minutes or whatever I did last time. I'm going to try and keep this to half an hour. Now, where we're at the first combat mission. Now, I'm not a big fan of combat missions, so I'm going to upload the combat missions as their own videos. Every combat mission is going to be a separate video, and that way you can just click to the next one in the playlist to skip them.
Bunch of rats laying hand on our ships. Give them hell.
Oh, give them hell, give them hell. So let's do this. You blam. Now, you don't have to do these missions. Look how big our city. We've got a plus 5k, so good for money. You don't have to do them, but you get like a ton of resources, so it kind of speeds up the whole game. So I tend to do them now and then, but most of them I skip because the RTS game just does not interest me in general. I just, I'm just too old for Twitch gaming. They just annoy me. If it was turn-based, maybe I'd be more interested, but yeah, it just doesn't. I mean, I do like Stellaris, but that is the exception to the rule. Now, we can do this really quickly because they've given us this guy here who's like a super heal bot. So because this is basically just the learning mission. So it doesn't, we're basically not supposed to lose this at any point. Almost lost a ship though. But yeah, so I can basically do this on super fast. And you can see there's all these little resources you can pick up. I just got a whole bunch of iridium. And there's these resource points you can destroy, which can give you more stuff. And there's also quests. Okay, this one has a tow thing, so we'll do that later. This one says destroy bombardiers. We've already done one, so that's good. And this one, collect barrels with your vehicle. Now they have timers, so I like to clear out most of the map before I start, especially on this one because it's very easy. We can just make sure we get every single thing. Now, the game, the RTS elements is a little weird. This is one of those RTS games where it kind of, they just sit there doing nothing unless they're too close. They won't automatically attack. You got to click on everything. But a way around that is instead of clicking on a ship to attack, just click near them, and they'll just shoot as they come into range. And I found that to be much more effective. Now you'll note there's all these little coloured things on the ground, basically, or on the water. Basically, you have the blue value is fuel, and they fuel your abilities, which you'll definitely need to use when you don't have the guy repairing you for free. So you've got like, repair, fixing, you've got a temporary shield that gives you immunity, and you've got kind of like a wave mine thing that pushes boats around, which can be very, very handy for big fleets. And then when you kill things, they drop fuel to replace the stuff you've spent. In addition, you've also got, nuclear missiles, and you can call up, submarines, beg your pardon, to help you. And you get them by picking up the coloured cube. So that's a missile one, just there, for example. And that's very, very helpful. The missile is just a straight damage. The submarines kind of keep charging and killing as long as they're alive. You can't control them. So if you drop them in in the right space, they can do quite a lot of damage, especially if you're backing them up, so they're not just killed. Still, like, there's nothing wrong with the combat in this game. I think if you liked combat, it could be good, but combat just doesn't interest me, like, at all. I have no interest in it. or anything about it. I just find it boring, and not just in this game, I mean in all games. My ultimate game would be like a 4X space game, kind of like Stellaris, but with no combat at all. As in, so like a city builder, but in space. And, you know, building interconnecting planets and setting up planetary things. You know, that would be my ultimate game. But we're getting lots of graphene, which is the goal. And I think we've cleared the whole map, right? Except for down here. So let's do these quests and get out of here. So as I said, I will basically be uploading all the combat missions as a separate video, just because they're lame. I mean, you might want, some of them are cool, like some of them are, like I'm being a little harsh, some of them are cool, but they're just not my style. So if you want to skip them, you just skip to the next video in the playlist. Meanwhile, I'll do these quests. We've already done that, so accept and pass. This one, we have to attach damaged cruiser to your command ship, tow to the branch. That's pretty easy. Meow.
Your strategies pay off on the battlefield.
Good of you to drop
And we've got to
by.
pick up barrels.
I got a little something.
We've got to find them first. That's what they look like.
Cargo gathered.
What do we need? 5 of these, I
Container
think.
loaded. Container loaded.
Bam,
Cargo
bam.
gathered.
Old Nick knew you'd take care of it.
Oh, there's a bit of graphene we missed. Grab that for sure. And that's pretty much it. Game over. Let's just...
Nuclear missile.
your nuclear missiles can actually damage you, by the way, so you should be careful with them. Have our subs come here as well. And we'll drop down one of them. Boom.
Well done.
Oh, well done! Oh, that was so difficult.
On the bottom of the sea. None of them ours. I call that a happy ending.
But the important stuff is 75 graphene and 52 iridium. Oh, let's upgrade that ship.
Or ship out.
So that's pretty awesome.
I'm glad you came back unharmed. This attack gave everyone at the Union headquarters shock, but the program has to go on. We've lost contact to Lunar Excavation Corps. It seems many moon colonies aligned with the Orbital Watch. It's all the more important your space elevator goes into operation.
Okay, well that's the end of the combat. I will see you in the next video. Catch you later.